15 Things You Should Not Do in Vietnam. Welcome to Expat Genie. If you are interested in planning to travel to Vietnam as soon as things get better, then there are some things you need to watch out for. So in today's video, we share some of the things you should not do in Vietnam. So let's get started with 15 things you should not do in Vietnam. Number 1. Do not show off jewelry or cash. This rule may be the most common one when it comes to travelers and for expats in most countries. However, no one should disregard this important reminder. Do not be a choice of snatchers, muggers, or pickpockets. This happens when you walk in the crowded streets of a big town or city in Vietnam. To avoid this unpleasant scenario, you should not flash your precious jewelry pieces or cash needlessly. And of course, do not leave your belongings unattended. Number 2. Do not drink tap water. To ensure a safe and healthy trip to Vietnam, avoid drinking tap water. If possible, buy bottled waters wherever you are. The good thing about it is that you will find bottled waters sold everywhere. However, you need to be cautious in buying from a street vendor since some may have filled them with tap water. You can also find wine, soda, and beer wherever you go. However, beer is often served with ice cubes as Vietnamese prefer this method to serving it chilled, and mostly the ice are fine. Number 3. Do not just take pictures of anything. Do not get too excited on your first visit to Vietnam, and start taking photos of everything you see around. You must be careful and aware that there are places in this country that ban photos, such as the military structures, Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and sometimes personnel. Taking photos of these places without even asking is considered rude. Failure to comply with the laws would take you to jail. If you want to take a photograph of something, ask the management politely if it is allowed. Once you see some military personnel guarding the place, simply avoid this area. Number 4. Dress properly. It is easy to understand that you would want to wear something that beats the hot and humid weather in Vietnam. However, you should be careful in the way you dress. Although you want to feel the sun on your skin, think about the locals as most of them remain conservative. Seeing foreigners underdressed is showing disrespect. Wear something casual, and if you intend to go to their sacred places such as pagodas and temples, do not wear shorts, skirts, or sleeveless shirts. Plus, you have to save your flip-flops for a beach getaway. Wear slip-on or casual footwear instead. Number 5. Do not talk about the Vietnam War. Although you want to be friendly and learn about their country's history, be careful when bringing up information about the Vietnam War. Locals may not appreciate talking about or discussing the past. Most Vietnamese are so sensitive when it comes to topics related to their so-called the American War. They do not tolerate tourists mentioning this matter to them. In other words, avoid discussing the war, politics, religion, and subjects that are not tourist-related or about everyday life. Number 6. Do not disregard Vietnamese table manners. We know that dining etiquettes in every country and culture vary. If you are staying in Vietnam, always consider the most common table manners they practice. For example, Vietnamese use chopsticks when eating. If you do not use these things, ask politely for a fork and spoon or table knife if necessary. Well, you can also bring this stuff with you anytime. Another thing to avoid is passing dishes with just one hand. Whether the plate is light and small, or big, use both hands when giving it to another person as it is an act of respect to him. Number 7. Do not pick a fight with a local. Putting a local in embarrassment would be unacceptable in Vietnam. This is a serious insult, and it would mean that you might have some issues if you ever do this. Other locals may join together against you, and that would not be a fair fight. As a foreigner, you must also respect people in this country, and they will do the same to you. Avoid insulting or shouting at others. Number 8. Do not be a victim of fraud. Scammers are everywhere in Vietnam, and you may have encountered them in tours, tourist shops, fancy restaurants, or even small stall owners. If they notice that you are an unsuspecting foreigner, they might take advantage of you. They might give you higher prices and lie, just to get you to spend money on their business. You should contact the most reputable companies and check their credentials, and try to check online reviews carefully to avoid being cheated or scammed. Number 9. Do not disrespect ethnic minority groups. It is known that many tourists are interested in ethnic minority groups and visit their villages. But if you are going to Vietnam, take note that photo equipment are prohibited in many of these villages, as most people find them intrusive. Others completely ban taking photos in their villages. However, it is best to seek permission from your tour guide as he knows best. Also, you should not be too loud as Vietnamese elders have many superstitious beliefs regarding loud people, and these are negative ones. When visiting these ethnic minority villages, always respect their beliefs and traditions. Number 10. Do not rush locals. Some tourists tend to walk faster in the streets, unlike the locals. The streets of Vietnam are usually very crowded, and many people walk around in the daytime. Even if you are in a rush, you should not use it as an excuse to rush locals who may be blocking your way. It is considered rude and disrespectful. Be courteous and always remember that you are visiting another country. Learn the proper manners even when you are walking around. Number 11. Take off your shoes. Do not forget to take off your shoes when visiting people's homes. One of the oldest traditions in Vietnam is removing shoes when visiting someone's home. This is a sign of respect to the homeowners. In fact, it is still practiced in modern days, and this is a common part of most cultures in Asian countries. This tradition simply means giving respect to the cleanliness of a home and not letting your dirty shoes step inside. You can wear slippers inside because sometimes the owner presents them to you. Although other hosts may let you enter their places with your shoes on, take the initiative to remove them. You will surely gain their admiration and respect. Number 12. Don't sit the wrong way. Do not sit with your feet pointing at the family altar. If you visit Vietnam and stay there for a long time, you will surely meet new friends, and they will invite you to their places. You will then notice that many homes have family altars in one area of the room. Remember to avoid sitting across the altar and sitting with your feet pointed directly at it. Vietnamese believe that it brings bad luck, and it's a sign of disrespect as well. There is nothing to worry about as someone will lead you to your seat. Normally, they choose the best place in their house for you. Number 13. Not display affection in public. We all want to show our love and how we feel for each other, but that isn't always appropriate. It's insensitive when you're out in public, because there are so many people around who might not be comfortable with seeing this type of display right before their eyes. So don't smooch in public. Get a room. Anything more than hand-holding is seriously frowned upon and considered offensive. Number 14. Watch out for bag snatching. Don't get your bag snatched in the streets. Keep it secure and hidden while you walk. The best way is by keeping your bag in front of you and close to your body, so they can't snatch it from under your arm. Also, be on guard around pagodas. There's a good chance someone is eyeing your belongings as well. There are plenty of scammers waiting around looking for tourists who aren't paying attention. Number 15. Do not forget to stay hydrated. Vietnam is a tropical country, which means that you need to keep yourself hydrated. The right thing to do is to carry your own bottled water whenever you go for a long walk or other outdoor activities. Again, you can also buy bottled waters everywhere, but it is best to purchase from retail outlets. There you have it. 15 things you should not do in Vietnam. It always pays to be prepared, so you have to do your research before traveling or moving to another country. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe to get updated when we publish new videos. Have a fabulous day.